Hello friends, Samuel Graham doing TCGs yet again. So, funny story about this particular video. I recorded it and then I looked at it and was like, oh, my fun microphone was not microphoning. So here we are. We got a Azurite C trove and we got one of the little Stitch gift boxes. I don't get a whole ton of Lorcana, but I figured, these products seem fun. I usually try and get a trove of every set. And then the Stitch gift box looked cool, especially with some of the stuff in it that I'm about to show off in just a second. So I apologize that my audio is very much not matching what my lips are saying. But I figured, hey, we can make this work. We got this. It's not the end of the world. We can make some new sound. There is our Stitch promo that comes inside the gift set. Everybody loves Stitch, right? That was the other thing is I was experimenting. I was like, okay, I moved where my camera was, the card camera, to try and see if the light wouldn't glare on it so much. You will see that eventually I will change that out. It didn't work quite as well as I had hoped. So what I'm pulling out there is there's a binder that comes in the Stitch gift set, which I thought was pretty cool. That's a neat product to come with something like that. The gift sets largely have always felt a little overpriced to me, even with the binder in this particular one, instead of like the oversized Mulan and Hades that came in the original, that kind of thing. I still think it's a little bit overpriced, but it's not too terrible, especially with the cool, a collectible card binder. It's got the double-sided pages, so you can actually safely put a card each direction, and then it's 14 9-card pages, so you can really get a pretty solid amount of stuff in there. I thought that was pretty cool. There are also 4 packs in the gift set. I went ahead and did the packs for the gift set and the trove separately. It's the first time looking at most of these cards. Captain Hook and an Energy Blast. We quite nicely had a rare foil in that one with Zipper. So yeah, honestly, I'm making myself a little bit crazy with having messed up the audio, but I'd rather redo the audio than waste the entire video. I'd rather spend a few minutes on it twice than just dumpster the whole thing, you know what I mean? Especially since, every now and then there's a video I'll do. For example, back in the day, when MetaZoo started getting funky, I just made a couple of MetaZoo videos, and I did just dumpster those. I just was completely done. I wasn't super bought in anyway. I was just I did a couple boxes. I did a couple of their bundle equivalents. But yeah, with this video, it was a little bit different. I didn't want to just throw the whole thing away. I thought I wanted to salvage this. So here we are. Here we are. Thought it was funny. Another Captain Hook, but we got our first legendary. Spoiler, there are more legendaries. But we got Oswald, who I feel like seems kind of cool, ability-wise. I mean, it's not a great card. I glanced at, I'm always curious, hey, what's TCG player got to say about this one? It wasn't super fancy or anything like that, but that's all right. I actually read what some of the cards did the first time through. I missed doing that with Oswald just now. I apologize. Though I guess I've still got him sitting right in front of me, so I could tell you that Oswald, during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If it's an item, you may play that item for free, and it enters play exerted. Otherwise, put it on the bottom of your deck. I don't hate that. Now, what I really don't hate is that Maui I just saw, though. He's a 6/7/5, which is already a monster. He's evasive, so only characters with evasive can challenge him. That's gross. And then whenever he challenges another character, you may return an action card from your discard to your hand. And whenever you play an action, gain 1 lore. That's pretty nice. That's a really solid card. I was like, that card alone almost was like the value of one of the boxes, either the kit or the trove. That's pretty wild. I like that Maui a lot. Pretty dang solid. I can't argue with that. I skipped right over what the Stitch did, honestly. I could read it again like I did originally, but I didn't think it was that great, so I'm not going to bother. That's really mean. I apologize. We're just going to roll with that, though. That's just how it is sometimes. That's just how it is. Opening the trove, got the Stitch pirate lore counter. I like the piratey kind of theme for this one. It's just kind of fun. That's one of the things that I like about Lorcana, is that it's able to take existing characters and dice and like play with them a little bit more, do kind of the what if treatment a little bit, and I kind of enjoy that. So I like that option. We got, is that Jim Hawkins? Whoever that is. We got Yzma. We got Stitch, Tigger, Baymax, and Hercules as our dividers that come inside the trove. I still think those are a neat touch too. It's got the kind of flimsy plastic dividers, though. Yeah, no, they're not much better. I was like, oh, the side feels a little bit better, but then I felt the inside of it, and I was like, nah, they're still kind of flimsy. Sour Bill. Tinkerbell. I thought this Tinkerbell was pretty good too. Shift 5 evasive. Whenever this character quests, your other fairy characters get +1 lore this turn. 7/5/6. That's kind of like, feels like a really good uncommon. Always love my Aladdins. Get some other characters +1 attack this turn when you play him. Oh yeah, this was actually funny. Nani is okay. 5/3/5 feels expensive, but 2 lore. And I'm so sorry. The get chosen character. And a second one right behind it. That was the funny part. I think that was the first time that I got 2 of the same rare in a Lorcana pack. I've had it happen in other games, but I think that was a Lorcana first. So that's pretty funny. Abu making some mischief there. We always like that. Sisu. Mr. Big. Another Oswald. And a foil scar. This foil scar is pretty cool, actually, too. I like seeing another Oswald just because it was kind of funny. I like the ability, even if a lot of people don't seem to. But the scar is a 5/4/2, so his health isn't going to last very long. But his teeth and ambitions power. When you play this character, deal 2 damage to a chosen character of yours to deal 2 damage to another chosen character. And then he quests for 3 lore. That ability is kind of nice just as a go in, especially if you've got something that's already going to die, that you can do a quick sacrifice and kill off some of your opponents, especially if you don't have another move or you've already attacked into something. That's pretty fun. I like the Chip and Dale dual card there. I thought that was pretty cool. It can shift off of either one of them and counts as both on the table. When you put a card in your inkwell, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand. Decent ability. Any kind of recursion or, essentially drawing is always nice. There's Pete and a legendary foil. I love it's all cold foil. I love the cold foil concept. Flesh and Blood did that to me. But that John Silver in foil looks really good. I thought it was really good, and then again, people don't seem to agree with me, so I may just not know this game nearly well enough. But an 8/6/6 is strong, shift 5, resist 2, At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to each opposing ready character, 2 lore. Yeah, I'm just going to sit there and let him snipe at people, right? Like, I mean, maybe that's not an efficient use. Maybe I'm being silly. But I mean, he's pretty beefy too. Like, if I'm really thinking you're going to do something and bounce it back to my hand, I could always take a crack at it, I guess. Jim Hackins. Always love Agent Bubbles. And the non-foil John Silver right there. So we got 2 John Silvers back to back. Don't hate that. I'm going to give a spoiler alert. I was really hoping for a second Maui. That does not happen. But it could be worse. I feel like I completely skipped over seeing that Minnie Mouse pop up. But I did kind of like the Pirate Mickey and Minnie. They were decent little touches. Again, I just kind of like the pirate theminess of the whole thing. There's the Mickey. So the Mickey is inkable 5/4/4 shift 3. Whenever this pirate quest chosen pirate character gets +2 attack and gains, this character takes no damage from challenges this turn. That's right, I thought that was really good. And 2 lore. And then Minnie 3 uninkable 3/2. Once during your turn, whenever a card is put into your inkwell, you may return a location card from your discard to your hand. So there's a lot of that discard pile recursion to your hand stuff that is kind of fun. I didn't realize that yokai was such a monster, that 9 cost. Good grief. Let me actually look at him. I just glazed right on past him the first time. Shift 6. Play items named Microbots for free. Whenever this character quests, draw a card for each opposing character with 0 attack. And he's a 6/10? Goodness gracious. Monterey Jack. So what I'm saying here is that I always, Georgia, the state of Georgia, whatever reason, I always pictured Monterey Jack whenever I heard about Georgia, and specifically cheese. Georgia McCheesy was what ran through my head every time. I don't know if I went the full version of that story, but we got a Lilo, so we got to talk about her. It's a 2/1/2. Like, Lilo is always not super strong, but at the start of your turn, if this card is in your discard, you may play her, and she enters play exerted. And she quests too. That's another pretty solid, like, she's 2 cost. That's a solid cheap card. Honey Lemon. I don't know what that is. Diablo. Another Energy Blast. Oh, that's right. And we got the Alice super rare, Savvy Sailor. She's got Ward, and whenever this quest, another chosen character gets +1 lore and Ward until the start of your next turn. Uninkable 3/1/4, and she herself quests too. That's another pretty good super rare. So, kind of just doing the review, that foil John Silver, that's pretty cool. That foil Scar is pretty nice. We land on that Alice, Lilo, Mickey, and Minnie. But the Maui, the Oswalds and the John Silver are cool, but that Maui, that's the hit. In any case, thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. Thank you for bearing with me through my audio issues today. I try not to take you for granted, so I really appreciate any of you who still support me while I'm having this little doofy snafu of mine. I really appreciate you. I hope you had a good time watching. Like, subscribe, comment, or don't like. Thumbs down me and yell at me for the bad audio. That kind of works too. But next time, we'll get that figured out. We'll make it work. And ultimately, I just appreciate you for being here. I hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your day. And, just join me again next time. I look forward to seeing you. Bye, y'all.